Today we're navigating through an ice field.
This little bit of ice right here isn't gonna bug us.
If I fall in, I'm dead.
We wake up this morning and everything's frozen. Even our canoe's frozen in.
Look how thick that is. That's what's on the canoe.
Now we don't really have a choice. Now we just have to deal with it.
I'm gonna go out and test that I could walk it alone, and then we're gonna take the canoe out. I think it's good, Bri.
I've heard of going with the flow before, but this is ridiculous.
It's definitely the most dangerous scenario we've been in.
Holy shit. My name is Brian, and this is my best buddy, and his name is Brian too.
Out of all the water in the world, only 1% is fresh water. It's all we got, and we want to explore all of it.
So we've decided to start with a trip that's never been done before. A 4,000-mile journey from Milk River, Alberta, all the way down to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, and did I mention we're gonna do it in a canoe?
Think we're crazy? You're right. We're the paddling Bryans.
Well, as you guys can see behind me, there's still a bunch of ice floating down the river. We're kind of stranded here for a day because yesterday we were floating down the river on one of our icebergs that we'd found, and a bunch of rain rolled in. And the unfortunate thing about how thick these ice packs are and these chunks everywhere are is that can't really get off the river very quickly. So it took us about 3 hours to get off the river, and all of our clothes got soaked. Put up these clotheslines, we got our one-piece jumpsuits drying out, we got some of the boot liners there. Normally we have a bigger fire, but right now we're just trying to get everything as close as possible to the fire to get it dried out.
We don't really love the rain, you know. It's probably better for it to be snowing because it's not going to soak all our gear, but the good thing about the rain is it's getting rid of all the ice.
It's looking like for the first time in 7 days, we're finally gonna be able to stick our paddles in the water, take off our harnesses, and do some actual real canoeing, track some distance. As you can see out here, the ice, I mean, there's not much left. In the state of Missouri, the weather could change so rapidly, and I really like when it changes this way because it's been a long time since I felt this warm, and it's been a long time since I've been able to wear anything less than my one-piece jumpsuit. We're not trying to set any world records here, and there's no cash prize at the finish line, so we're really not in a race to make it there.
What we're about to do right now is maybe a little bit stupid, but Brian wants to show the dedication he has to this film and to explaining what the dangers are of being out on the ice. So Brian's going to take the canoe out and he's going to show everybody what falling through the ice is actually like.
Falling through the ice can be deadly. And Brian decided that, you know what, he was going to show us what to do if you actually happen to fall through the ice.
Right now we know that the ice is too thin to be out walking on it, but Brian's a crazy bastard, and you want to know why he's a crazy bastard? Well, this is why he's a crazy bastard. He's going to go take the canoe out on this ice that he knows he's going to fall through on, and he's going to show everybody what happens when you fall through the ice.
I don't really know what possessed me to do this, but I kind of wanted to demonstrate to anyone that might watch our show and to Brian what would happen if you fell through the ice, and to show how our safety precautions with us being hooked up to the harness to the canoe, how that would save your life. So I went out and fell through the ice.
a crazy son of a bitch. But he plays on the ice a lot. And you know what? He's got a lot more experience in playing on the ice than me, so I'll take his advice.
You know, I guess it was, well, it felt like shit. Falling through the ice is, it was
I thought I'd make it a little further.
freaking freezing is what it was. I mean, I guess it was good to show everyone how all our safety precautions work, but it was really freaking freezing.
But you want to get all your wet gear off as quick as possible, and you have got to get dry, and you've got to get dry clothing on.
It was definitely shrinkage. You know, the next day, it just ended up raining and raining and raining. The rain didn't stop.
It's a pretty crazy storm out. I'm pretty glad that we're in a tent right now, because it would be goddamn miserable out on the river today. I think we made the right call to take the day off and wait out the storm. Yep.
You can't actually do anything when it's pouring this much. I mean, we would get soaked within 5 minutes and frozen within half an hour, and we just have to pull off. So we decided to take the day off and recuperate a bit.
We're enjoying nice Missouri thunder showers. The weather radio's called for 100% chance of rain today. They were right. There's a lot of rain.
It rained for about 24 hours, and the water level rose by about 20 feet. We had to change our camp 3 times. We kept backing it up, backing it up, backing it up. Next thing you knew, we were camped right beside the train tracks, and that rain wouldn't stop. We were stuck inside that tent, or we were stuck moving that camp. It was just rain for a full 24 hours straight.
This is where we had to move the tent to this morning, because last night we got some really heavy rain and a little bit of flooding. There was a flash flood warning going on. We weren't expecting the water level to come up the way it did, but it raised quite a bit. You can see this brown patch right here. This is where our tent originally was last night. This is where our feet were. We wouldn't have even been able to get out of the tent. So if we had woken up late this morning, we would have woken up to wet shoes. I mean, everything was already soaked. As you can see, there's absolutely no ice left around. And the water level has risen at least, I would say, 20 yards this way. And it's probably gone up a good 10 feet vertically. They're calling for a nice sunny day tomorrow. By that time, everything should be dry, or as close to dry as we need it to be to get back out on the river. And the plan for tomorrow is to get up as early as possible, get out onto the river as quick as possible, and see how close and how far we can make it. Try and make up some time that we lost. See if we can put in a big day. Maybe try and hit 45 or 50 miles on the river, and just keep doing that for as long as possible, and trying to make up some of the time that we lost, because it is almost January, and the middle of January and beginning of February are the coldest months. So we've got to get out of here. So the ice kind of put a big delay on our progress, but all we can do is get out there and do as much paddling as we can for as long as we can, and see where we can get to.
It's freaking January. Are we ever gonna get there?
This little freeze-in was kind of an eye-opener, and we know now that more than ever, we got to get tracking distance, we got to be heading south.
kind of a strange place to camp, but we didn't really have many choices. We decided to pull a night run last night. We paddled till about 1 in the morning. And when you can't see anything, it's really hard to find a campsite, to find the right kind of shoreline to pull up on. It was all lit up from the lights on these bridges, so it was easy to see that we could bring the boat up here. It was a good campsite, apart from it being really noisy with the trains. There's an airport just back there, and cars constantly crossing this bridge. So it was noisy, but I mean, it was an easy pull off, nice grade to pull the canoe up, stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, today we hit the Mississippi.
Right now we're about 20 miles out of St. Louis, Missouri, just before the confluence of the Missouri and the Mississippi River. For those of you that don't know what the confluence is, that's when two rivers meet. In this case, it's where the Missouri meets the Mississippi River, and this is a pretty famous confluence. And this actually marks 2/3 of our journey done.
And I don't think Brian and I have been more stoked about anything on this journey. You know, I can't wait to see what this Mississippi River has to offer. We've heard so much about it. It never freezes over completely. It's got swift current. I'm freezing here. Mississippi goes south, and bring it on.
Well, you see that behind me? Right there? That's the Mississippi River. That open expanse of water is the confluence. And that means that we're done with the Missouri River, and we're gonna be right on to the Mississippi.
Right on, buddy.
Huh?
Right, you want to go see what the Mississippi looks like?
2 down, brother.
2 down. No, this is sick though, man.
We made it to the Mississippi River. Look at it. She's beautiful. She's white as hell. That's what almost 5 months of paddling has come to. All this hard work that we've done to get to this one river, the Mississippi. We're finally here.
This is the Missouri River. The end of the Missouri River. Is it not?
Yeah. Last 200 meters.
200 meters in closing.
Oh yeah.
And we're flying good with all the flood, and we're moving fast. This will be a quick 200. Oh, I can't wait to see around this point, man. That point up there, Brian, that must be like a confluence point. Check 2 o'clock, starboard there.
Hopefully another month and we're down there in New Orleans.
Those look like people we should go see.
Yeah, those look like people we want to meet. Let's put this camera away and go see them.
We were canoeing just outside of the confluence, getting really excited that we'd finally made it to the Mississippi River. And we wanted to pull over, you know, take a minute, maybe have a beer, enjoy ourselves, and reflect in the fact that we'd finally made it this far, and we were on the last river on our trip. And sure enough, the beach that we were planning to head over to, we saw a group of guys. So, you know, being the friendly, outgoing people that we were, and, you know, giving our past history with everybody else on the river, decided let's go and see what these guys are up to. And sure enough, we pull up there and we meet Moneybags Entertainment. It was a rap crew from St. Louis. Really, really nice guys that were just so excited to hear about what we were doing, and you know, to hear some stories. And we're so amazed that, you know, most of them had never met anybody from Canada, let alone anybody that had come from Canada on a canoe.
What's up with you? It's your boy KB. Right now, y'all, where we at? Oh, y'all know where we at. We in St. Louis, Missouri. Moneybags ENT is definitely the label. You know, me and my little brothers, my little cousins, we was out here, you know what I mean? Brought them out here to what I call the back cave to do a little relaxing or whatever, and here comes this yellow canoe out of nowhere, just floating in the water. And bring it to these guys named Brian and Brian right here. Come on, Brian, here you go, right here. You know what I mean? We gonna show them how we do it up in St. Louis. You know, toast to this one. And this is what I got for y'all, a little documentary of what I call Moneybags ENT.
And then a rap broke out. And we thought this was too good to be true. We had to film this.
Yeah, we riding big wheels, taking up the parking lot, taking up the parking lot, taking up 2 parking spots. Yeah, we riding big wheels, taking up the parking lot, taking up the parking lot, taking up 2 parking spots. Yeah, we riding big wheels, taking up the parking spot.
Money is a subject. Got money in my hand, and if you talking about money, then we talking about a plane. Is you heard
What I'm saying, man?
We can get these
Grams, fam.
wrap it all up, put my
Money in the bags,
fam. Hey, hold up.
Hold up, carry word.
I'm hood rich.
Money bags
Yes,
and the
I'm a millionaire.
confluence, man.
That's what it do. Hey,
Money bags and the
Let
confluence.
me tell y'all.
Whole life soul.
Hold up. Money bags NT, just showing some love to my
We got
Canadian
it,
friends,
man.
Brian and Brian.
St.
Much love on y'all journey.
St.
Hope y'all
Louis.
get there. This is real exclusive stuff. 314. We out of here.
Boy. We out.
I mean, you meet all types, and everyone's got a good side. These guys are really great kids.
It's proof again that all the people that we meet along this trip are 99% great people.
Well, we're here at the confluence of the Missouri and the Mississippi River. This is one of the other most highly anticipated moments of this trip. We didn't know what we were going to expect or what we were expecting to see when we got here, whether the river would be flowing good. But this is what we have to travel the last 1,000 or so miles on. So I'm pretty glad to see that it looks like she's moving pretty good, man.
Let's go see what it's like to be on the Mississippi River. What do you think?
Yeah, right on. Let's go do that.
Finally reaching the Mississippi River, I guess it's the greatest accomplishment of this trip so far. I mean, even if we fall in the river right now and die, we're gonna make it to New Orleans. So, success!
It's pretty exciting to be in St. Louis. It's one of those cities that I always wanted to see. You know, I've seen pictures and videos of that arch my entire life. And when I found out that it was on our route all the way down, I said, I have to stop there. I really want to see this arch in person.
You know, pulling into St. Louis, it was a fantastic sunny day, and Brian won't stop blabbing this whole freaking trip about seeing this arch, so we pulled over and Brian got to see his arch.
Let's get into shore here, Bri. Okay, just keep us kind of straight there, Bri. Or try to. I'm gonna see if I can film the arch. Oh yeah. We're filming the arch, never mind. Beauty. Look at this bridge, man. This is a beautiful bridge. This is my favorite bridge. Yeah, well, we gotta try and pull over here, so let's go hard in. Yeah, I want to get to this boat ramp and we'll be able to, it might not usually be a boat ramp. I think we're flooded here. I don't think they built statues that are supposed to be under the water. Yeehaw! Okay, we're landing on a flooded over road.
Look at how beautiful it is.
This has got beautiful written all over it.
Yeah?
Buddy!
Beautiful.
We're beautiful.
We're here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Straight south from here on the river. All the way to New Orleans. Straight south.
Yeah, which is great because it's kind of cold out.
It is a little chilly.
It'd be nice to keep heading south, follow those Canadian geese a little bit further down, try and find a nice warm place for the winter. 630 feet straight up.
Yep, 630 feet up, 630 feet across. You can't, from this angle, it's hard to see as wide as it is tall. It is really cool to see though.
Yeah, it is a pretty awesome sight.
I know I was excited when I arrived there just because it was a place that I wanted to see, but more so because on this trip, this really meant that we had hit the Mississippi River. And as far as I know, the Mississippi is fast flowing and doesn't freeze over. And it was a great feeling, you know. It feels like we're actually making distance and we're getting somewhere.
Arch up. Arch down.
You know what? Making it to the Mississippi, this is our milestone marker right here. This is it. It doesn't matter. We could fall in the river, we could die, we're gonna float down to New Orleans. Either way, we've made it so far. We're gonna get there, dead or alive.
I feel just awesome, you know? We can almost feel the Louisiana heat coming our way right now. Even smell the shrimp.